Why would anyone willingly go on the same vacation over and over and over again? We spent nearly 50 days at the Universal Orlando Resort in 2021, and it's looking like we'll be there even more in 2022. But why? Why would someone choose to go to the same park when there's almost 500 different parks in the United States alone? So what we're going to do in today's video is we're going to talk about why we think Universal Orlando is the best park in the country, and we're convinced that by the end of the video, you'll be on our side.
All of this starts with affordability. We couldn't visit Universal 50 days out of the year if we couldn't afford to. And the reason that we can is that Universal has made some changes to their parks in the last few years to make them more affordable, while certain other theme parks seem like they're going the opposite direction.
Now, we're not saying that Universal is the cheapest theme park in the country, probably far from it. But what you get for your money, so like the immersive theming, the world-class rides and attractions, it's a pretty good value.
And if you've looked on Universal's website and seen how expensive some of their vacation packages can be, you might be a little bit confused, and that's because there are some secrets to getting the best deal here. But once you learn all of the tips and tricks, you really might be surprised at how inexpensive a Universal vacation can be. Since 2014, Universal has opened a total of 4 new hotels at their on-site resort that cater to a variety of needs in an affordable price range. Their newest addition, Endless Summer Surfside and Dockside, have rooms that start at just $91 per night, and they have 2-bedroom suites that sleep up to 6 people that start at $136 per night. Sure, you might be able to find an off-site hotel that's like $15 cheaper per night, but then at that point you have to deal with transportation, getting to and from the parks, which is going to be a nightmare, and you lose out on all the awesome benefits that come with staying on site, like early park admission. And just for the sake of comparison, Disney's cheapest resorts are the All-Star Series, and they start at $119 per night, but they don't even come with 2 queen beds. If you want to sleep more than 2 people in them, you have to convert a table into the second bed.
Wait. So you have to sleep on a table?
No, it's a Murphy bed that you pull out of the wall, but
Okay.
at $119, they're only $17 cheaper than a 2-bedroom suite at Endless Summer. And after you figure out your hotel, you then have to worry about tickets. Universal's daily tickets are going to be on par with all the theme parks in the area, but their annual passes are an absolute steal. If you're visiting the parks for more than 3 days, the seasonal pass is almost always going to save you money. Last year, we paid just under $700 for our tickets that got us access to both Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure.
And when she says we, that means like her pass and my pass combined. That is all we paid.
And if we continue the trend of comparing Universal to their competitor down the street, Disney, the only annual pass that we have access to because we're not from Florida is the IncrediPass, and for both of us, that would cost us over $2,700. We could literally buy 4 years of annual passes to Universal for the same price. The next reason for our love affair with Universal is the water park Volcano Bay. This is undeniably our favorite water park we've ever visited, and it's because it is so immersive. When you walk in, it's like everything else around you just melts away, even though we know the interstate is mere feet from us. When you climb up to the top of some of those slides, you can actually see the cars going by, but you're instantly immersed in this tropical paradise. It's like you've been teleported to Hawaii. Another reason we love Volcano Bay is because of their virtual line system. We're actually a little bit skeptical of this before we used it in the parks for the first time, but it's so convenient being able to scan your little bracelet with their tap to ride system, and then you can go enjoy the parks and do other things until it's your turn to ride. We also love the convenience with your Tapu Tapu bracelet and the tap to pay, where you can purchase lunch or buy some merchandise without having to go all the way back to your locker just to get your wallet. Volcano Bay has some pretty impressive attractions as well, like the classic water slides and the typical raft rides. They also have some pretty intense options like the Curry Body Plunge. They also have some impressively innovative attractions too. We're no strangers to water parks, and the Krakatoa Aqua Coaster is something that we had never seen before. Universal manages to blend the fun of a water slide with the thrill of a roller coaster in one attraction, and it's no surprise that the wait time has remained so high for this ride. But Volcano Bay still has something to offer for everyone in the family, which brings us to our next point.
Universal has something to offer for everyone regardless of what type of attractions that you enjoy. If you're looking for high-speed coasters, you have a few options starting with the Hulk, Rip Ride Rocket, and even the world-class Velocicoaster. If you're looking for something a little more tame, you can get onto Gringotts, Hagrid's, and even the Mummy. But if you're one of those people that wants to stay as far away from coasters as possible, Universal has still got you covered.
Universal Studios in particular has several 3D attractions like Transformers and Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon that appeal to a much wider audience. They also have some family-centered attractions like Men in Black and E.T. Adventure. In Islands of Adventure, you'll find some kid-friendly rides in Seuss Landing like Cat in the Hat and Seuss Trolley. And of course, Spider-Man is fun for the entire family. Universal has done a great job of diversifying their rides so that there's a little bit of something for everyone.
Yet the only exception here would probably be for kids, I don't know, say under 5. They're just not quite tall enough to ride a lot of the offerings, but once a kid hits 5 to 6 years old, they have a ton of things open up for them.
On top of all the amazing attractions that are already in the parks, Universal is constantly updating their rides and creating all new experiences for their guests. In the last 3 years alone, we've seen the addition of Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, the Velocicoaster, and the Bourne Stuntacular. On top of that, there are currently 4 attractions that are shut down for renovations, and Shrek 4D is being replaced as we speak. But what has us the most excited about Universal's future is the fact that they're currently working on a brand new theme park, Epic Universe. I don't think we could ever get tired of the parks as is, but Universal guarantees that by continuing to make updates year after year.
What kind of Universal video would this be if we didn't mention the Wizarding World of Harry Potter? Of course, we love it because we're huge Harry Potter fans, but when they opened Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, it truly revolutionized the theme park industry. That immense theming has never been seen before, and it's changed the way that theme parks will operate in the future. If you're a fan of other highly themed areas, let's say maybe Galaxy's Edge over at Disney, you have the Wizarding World and Universal to thank for that.
When the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade opened in 2010, it was by far the most immersive land we had ever seen, and it brought the series to life in a whole new way. This was a huge undertaking for Universal, and it paid off big time. Fans flocked to Islands of Adventure, and in the first 2 years, the park's attendance increased by 65%, which of course sparked the addition of Diagon Alley in Universal Studios. These 2 areas of the parks were built with an incredible attention to detail. We've been visiting for years, and we still find things in the shop windows that we have never noticed before.
Did you know there's dragon poop in one of the windows?
Yeah, the Wizarding World is also home to some of the most immersive ride queues that have ever existed. Yeah, Forbidden Journey is an awesome ride, but the best part of that attraction is the castle. It's like a dream come true for Potterheads that have dreamt of going to Hogwarts since they were kids. And don't even get us started on Gringotts. I don't know what I expected the first time that I walked into that ride queue, but it brought tears to my eyes because of how realistic it is. Universal managed to bring Harry Potter to life in a way that fans of the series never thought possible. Thanks to Universal, we can relive this story for ourselves. We can go to Diagon Alley and get all of our magical school supplies for the year. We can go to Ollivander's and get our very own wand. We can go to Madame Malkin's and get our own Hogwarts robes, and we can even exchange our Muggle money for wizard money. We can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks and wander around Hogsmeade doing magic. We can even join Hagrid's for a Care of Magical Creatures lesson. Other theme parks have tried to respond to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter with their own immersive lands, but we just don't know if anything will ever compare. And if we're talking about Universal and what makes it the best theme park, we of course have to mention special events. Universal hosts a number of seasonal events in the parks throughout the year, and there's none more famous than Halloween Horror Nights. As lovers of spooky season, HHN stole our hearts from day one, and it is our most anticipated event of the year. Everything from the world-class haunted houses to the Twisted Taters and pizza fries, right down to the scare zones pumped full of fog, keep us coming back over and over again.
But that's not the only seasonal event that you can find at Universal. The parks kick off the year with an eventful Mardi Gras celebration that is packed full of food from around the world. We went through 3 tasting lanyards last year, we weren't even there a week, and we still didn't get our fill of that paella. Mardi Gras is also home to an awesome parade where you can get as many beads as you would like, and if you're lucky, you could even be one of the people on the float throwing those beads. It's also home to an awesome star-filled concert series with artists ranging from Seal to the Bare Naked Ladies and even Diana Ross.
If the holidays are more your style, Universal's Christmas celebration is always a blast, with seasonal flair added to their regular shows and, you guessed it, more food. Plus, the parks come alive with holiday cheer, including Seuss Landing, where you can find Whovillians wandering the streets, and sometimes even the Grinch himself. I mean, they did name it Grinchmas in his honor, even he couldn't resist. But regardless of what seasonal festivities are going on when you visit the parks, you can be assured that Universal won't disappoint. Before we end this video, we did want to give a quick shout out to Isabel, Lily, and Dane from Jacksonville. We hope you guys had an awesome time on your recent trip to the parks, and we wanted to say thank you for all of your support.
Hope you drank a lot of butterbeer. Alright guys, that wraps up today's video. Leave us a comment in the comment section and let us know, what is your favorite theme park and why is it Universal Orlando?
If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. You can hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you get an alert every time we post a new video.
Thanks for watching. Butterbeer.